Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to EVO Japan 2020. SeeKeny here with...
Hello, I'm Ultra David. That's right. EVO Japan 2020 has begun.
What just happened? We made it 5 seconds in. Are you okay?
I'm just getting it out early. Look, this is the first big one of the year, all right? It's been a little while. I haven't done Street Fighter V commentary in some time, so just give me a break, buddy.
Yeah, all right.
Buddy.
That was pretty bad.
It's going to go great from now on.
Hold on. And coming to commentators in. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to EVO Japan 2020. My name is SeeKeny, and I'm joined here with...
Hey, everybody. I'm Ultra David. Thanks a lot for joining us today. This is going to be quite an interesting show because, of course, it's the new year. It's the first big tournament of the year. And on top of that, it's the first time that we've had a big tournament since the new patch has come out.
Right.
And so there's been a ton of changes. The game is in a super interesting spot right now. Lots of character changes. In fact, we just saw 2 new ones right now. Yeah. Amazing.
The V-Skill 2, right in the very beginning. Yeah, it's really cool to see. And you mentioned we haven't had a lot of big tournaments. There's been like Frosty Faustings, and there's been like KIT. But those tournaments, like the size of them compared to this is just staggering, right? How many entrances are. There's 1,500 people here for Street Fighter V. So it's a really big bracket. We see Dogura here early. He's been streaming, playing the game a lot, and we see him on the V-Skill 2 early, which is, I think, a pretty okay V-Skill for Bison. I think V-Skill 1 is probably maybe preferred in a lot of matchups for that reason right there.
Right, yeah, it's susceptible for sure. But in this kind of matchup, I do think it makes sense. If the Collie's going to go down to the ground and start pumping out that goo, then teleport to the other side. Teleport
Is that
to the
way you
side.
have to phrase it? I feel like that's
There's no not gross way to talk about that V-Skill.
You just bomb it on the floor.
Disgusting.
Yeah, there's no way to just bomb, and that'll do it. Nice work from Dogura.
No, but I do think that this matchup is one where it makes a lot of sense. I think that it's problematic in some ways. It's like 40+ frames on startup.
Yeah.
It's nice that it's plus on block, but that's so long startup. But if you're reacting to something specifically, then it can make more sense.
Yeah, so his V-Skill, when people saw it, they're like, oh my god, he has a full screen plus on block teleport V-Skill, and then people realize you can just stuff it with a button, you can neutral jump it. There's plenty of ways to punish.
It's grabbable when he gets there. Like there's a lot of things that you can do. That said, look, this character is still extremely strong. I think we all would place him in about the top tier. He was very good, and he remains very strong. Everything about the character is still legit. Some of his things are a little bit more whiff punishable, but it's really not that big of a deal.
I mean, that happened with a lot of characters too, right? So it's not so bad. Flame into the critical art, big damage on this, and yeah, you know, Bison in this version, as you mentioned, I think one of the biggest winners actually, because he didn't really get much worse, and many of the other characters that kind of gave him difficulty, you know, they had kind of some rough matchups, I think are a lot better for him now. So I think Bison is great in this version. If you're a Bison player, you probably feel pretty good about it.
I definitely agree. But you know, I think almost the same about Nikali. I'm not sure that I would say that he's quite as high as Dictator is, but Nikali, I like what they gave him. He has the ability to make plus frames more easily for himself with the EX Stomp. I like this V-Skill a lot. It's so interesting, and the way that you can use it in pressure, in forcing the opponent to take you seriously in neutral, I really like that.
I think it's very good. And the nice thing, too, is that against many other characters, he can still use Seismo, right?
Sure,
like, Seismo is such an incredibly good V-Skill already, and then this one is also very good, too. So I think having options like that is fantastic for a character, especially in this version where there's many divisive matchups, I think, that you're going to need different V-Skills and V-Triggers in.
Oh, that was a chance to get things started. It's been tough for Poco in this. Dogura's really been in here almost the entire time.
Yeah, we haven't seen any real big offense so far. No anti-air from Dogura there. He just kind of waited.
He had air-to-air so many times, and I think he's playing at a range now where he doesn't seem too concerned.
Yeah, you see.
Ooh, you gotta respect that.
Yeah, it's tough to swing into. No activation. Dogura just waited. I think he was trying to walk back there, maybe crouch a medium kick anyway, but you saw him buffering the medium punch in neutral. He was trying to do medium punch into the target combo just in case Poco dashed. Something that he was looking for quite a bit. Oh, tried down jab, didn't work.
But nothing from Poco.
Man, that Psycho Ad just moved him right onto the jump in. Didn't even have to worry about it. And so far, Dogura's been in control. I don't think the V-Skill has really been too big of a problem. He's kind of played around it pretty well, I think.
At the same time, I'd love to see Poco get maybe a chance now. Well, not too much out of that. I'd love to see Poco use that V-Skill to set up things like forcing jumps, and that has happened. Jumps have come, but he hasn't had the anti-airs.
Yeah, I like taking the card combo into the activation command throw setup here.
Uh-oh. Running out of time. Oh, okay.
The cross-up. Oh, in the front! Doesn't spend critical art.
Next hit is going to be for the kill. Poco has to... Oh, the timing.
Yeah, 2 hits, so it blows through the armor. Spaced out really well, and that scissor kick, no anti-air.
Oh, here we go. Make it happen now. There hasn't been a command grab this whole time.
Respected the plus frame.
Oh, he's made a huge bet, and it did not pay off. Dogura takes it 2-0.
Yeah, and it's like for a second there, I was like, maybe he backdashed, maybe he V-skill, like maybe he did something that would have got him clipped, but Dogura was just hanging out waiting. And I think just really patient, solid play. You know, a bracket this big, I think someone like Dogura is going to feel pretty confident in the very beginning of their pool, maybe.
Sure.
But as this goes along, it's going to get tougher and tougher. And so I'm really excited to see how this goes. As we mentioned, 1,500 people here for Street Fighter alone. And, you know, to put it in perspective, we had Frosty Faustings the other week in the U.S. I think now the fourth event in the U.S.
Yeah, sure.
It had about 1,500 events entrants total.
Right.
And so that should give you kind of the scale of what we're looking at here. This event is humongous.
It is, and in going through the bracket, it was very interesting to see the names that are in there. There's so many players in Japan that I've only ever seen on CFN and replays in that way. Occasionally you'll see a weekly stream, people will show up there, but it's relatively rare to see a lot of the people who have showed up. Dogura is somebody we get to see all the time, right? But a lot of these players are people that I'm very curious to see how they'll do in person. Somebody I'm thinking of who has been sort of like that in the past was Powell.
Yeah.
Who, you know, if you had been following SF5, you knew was a strong cami on CFN. He had been so, and in the first EVO Japan did well. And then last year he ends up getting top 8.
Yeah.
So I'm most excited to watch how that will happen this year. Who's going to be the person who comes out and does that this time? There are so many big threats to be able to do that.
Yeah, I remember like maybe last year it was where there was Yujix Chun-Li. A lot of people were like, who is this Yujix guy? He beat Chao Hai. He got like top, I think he got 17th in the tournament or something like that. He made it very far. And it ended up being on SFL that year, right? So, you know, there's a lot of players like that where I think you mostly see them in Japan. Maybe they're not as traveling as much as the player we're about to see next, Liquid's Nemo, who's obviously everywhere, right? But there are a lot of players like that. Yeah, I'm really excited to see probably Gil from Nemo. Gil or Urian.
Right. In fact, either way, I think it's going to be cool. He has been playing a lot of Gil, of course.
Yeah.
But he still thinks that Urian is the better character, and there's matchups where I'm sure he'll just pick Urian.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know Yokota, who's his opponent in this case. I guess we'll see what comes out. But yeah, either way, Gil, brand new.
Yeah.
And Urian, with the new V-skill, a lot of us are saying that he's very strong. Some of his matchups are a little bit nerfed, his hard ones before. So that's a character, too, that I think is in a really good spot.
Yeah, Urian, I think in this version is great. His new V-skill is actually very useful in a lot of matchups before where I think he struggled. He was kind of one of those characters that, interestingly enough, was very weak to just, like, sit there and put fireballs on the screen kind of a character. That was one of the things that he kind of struggled with. And, you know, we see the Gil here early from Nemo. He's up against Awesome.
Oh, okay.
Yokota Sim. I like this choice to him playing a little bit more Gil as well. I think this character is, as you mentioned, maybe not as strong as Urian, but he has very high highs when he gets big hits and he has big moments. He's a really strong character when he can get that one hit into V-Trigger. I think a lot of V-Trigger 1 we've seen lately, which I think is probably the better V-Trigger, simply because the utility of it, especially in neutral, is very powerful. Even in a matchup like this where, let's say Sim is running, I don't know, V-Trigger 2, and they're putting out the big fireball and stuff, you can just use V-Trigger 1 Flame Strike to just go through it. So it's very useful, I think, in a lot of matchups.
Yeah, and Gil is a character who takes up space well. In fact, some players who like that dedicated zoner style. That was ridiculous, the start from Nemo. Okay, already has him in the corner.
Oh, gets hit by the anvil, though, yeah.
I do think that Gil's style lends itself to this kind of zonery mindset, and at the same time, if you're Nemo, not really a zonery kind of player, you can use those fireballs to just set up pressure. Yeah,
especially I think the ice one is very good for just getting in behind it. It's nice and slow.
Oh, yeah.
And he has the angled ones to pick people off, too. Great. Catches them low. Trigger activation. All right, there's the Retribution. Going to get the flame on him again. Double Retribution. Flame Strike. And that's such a good combo ender. You get a great Oki off of it, even if it's mid-screen, and it sets up the fire as well, so that way, you know, the next ice fireball or the next tackle, that'll just clip it. Yep.
It's tried to move, but no. Very interesting to see that Yokota has gone with V-skill too. In the Dalsum community, it does not have a very good reputation.
Sure,
I will tell you that.
I think losing float is pretty rough.
It's definitely rough. And, you know, this is a matchup where I would expect that you would want float because it's so important to Gil to be able to take up that horizontal space with fireballs.
Yeah, definitely. And you can see why when he just stays on the ground. I mean, Nemo's already parried a few times. Yeah, crouching heavy punch. He knows how to do that.
He's definitely been there. Yeah,
his character, I mean, similar normals on both characters, so obviously it makes sense.
Evasion, beautiful right there. And at this point, Nemo is just dashing in.
Yeah, he's working on chip soon.
Yokota trying with the teleport back. He got jump roundhouse instead. He's in big trouble.
Armored right through Liquid Nemo, wasting no time. And yeah, you see that, you know, in this now a lot of guild players are more comfortable with the character. We see them ending combos with forward heavy kick instead of tackle for better Oki, or the V-trigger with V-trigger 1 for the flame pillar. There's like better options to get better mid-screen pressure as well, but it just seems like you can see Nemo is so comfortable. He's been streaming this character a lot in his channel, and he's running through a lot of people.
Yeah, it's been very interesting to watch on YouTube with FGC Translated, actually putting the words that these players are saying onto the screen so you can get a sort of sense of what they're thinking as they're playing. And I've been watching that a lot. Nemo's been on there a lot. It's been really helpful.
Yeah, his sets with DaYou have been great. Yeah. Counter hit combo. Yeah, another combo he's very familiar with. I mean, a lot of the routes that work on this character are very similar to Urian.
Moving in. Oh, here we go. Well, you don't have float, buddy. You got V-skill too.
Yeah.
And that is actually unsafe on hit.
And he was ready with the punish. Nemo just stuck out that crouching heavy punch.
Oh no,
punish.
You got him.
Yeah, floating for, he had frame.
You had forever. And some characters would have had to time the punish properly upon landing.
Right.
Not Gil. Down fierce in the sky.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, again, this is one of those things I think that's great for him having this character as a secondary. Is a lot of similar stuff to what Urian would do. So the muscle memory is kind of drilled in.
Ooh.
The knee drop. Yeah, I like that cancel off the crouching medium kick instead of always throwing the fireball.
Yeah, he's getting a little tricky here. It's coming back. Oh, yeah.
Wow, he's still dashed in afterwards anyway. No fear from Nemo.
Oh, boy, he's just holding forward right now. The only question is whether it's up forward or double forward. Dash.
Looking low. Next hit, he's got critical art available.
Yokota, yes, spends it. Now, it's a bummer to nerf his comeback, unfortunately, but he really needed to get out of there.
Yeah, and you can't have any of your limbs parried now either, and you can't get hit by a raw flame strike.
No, it's in big trouble right now. Here we go. No, the huge error.
Yeah, no combo. He gets the tackle. Doesn't get the combo into critical art after, though.
Another life. Here we go. Yokota maybe can do this. No.
EX knee drop, no kill. Goes low.
Yokota alive, but barely.
And Nemo trying to bait the throw. Doesn't work out there. Fireball out. V-skill.
Oh, wow, I'm surprised Nemo gave him that space.
Oh, nowhere to go. The fireball was there anyway, plus the crouching heavy punch. Nemo, 4 quick rounds over Yokota, looking very, very comfortable on that character.
I think that character is so cool. It allows for so many different play styles. Whether you want to play zoning or rushing in, do you want to do tricky Oki setups? There's just so many different things that you can do with that.
Yeah, and you have a lot of utility, especially with his V-triggers as well. I think his V-triggers are very, very powerful and both useful in different situations. Whether you want to do like the really heavy left-right stuff with V-trigger 2, or you want, I mean, you get left-right on V-trigger 1 as well. It's really versatile V-trigger, and I think he's one of those characters that the more time you put in, the more reward you get.
Yes.
It's not like a very shallow, like, okay, I've learned the block strings, now I know the character. He's definitely something you have to invest a lot of time into, and I think once you do, it pays off.
Yeah, and I think that's the kind of character that befits Nemo very well as well. I mean, his Urian was extremely strong, for example. Previous characters he's played in previous games have been that sort of way as well.
Yeah.
That fits him nicely.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see maybe a lot of the secondary characters here. Somebody that I heard not that long ago, Fujimura, was saying that in this version of the game, you need a lot of secondaries. And I think in this version, unlike maybe last season, the top tier characters are not nearly as dominant as they were, right? Not really as top
lower than before. Yeah, I agree with that.
So for that reason, many of even the best characters in the game have rough matchups. So having secondary characters or pocket characters to help that, I think really helps alleviate that, especially in a tournament environment. Yeah. Which is why we've seen Fujimura lately. He's been playing a lot of Chun-Li.
Indeed, indeed. Yeah, I mean, I remember when the patch happened, and even before Red Bull Kumite, he had talked about not wanting to play Ibuki anymore and thought about moving on. He did play Ibuki.
Yeah, and he did great.
Yeah. So, you know, she's still a very capable character. But at the same time, to pick up Chun-Li makes sense. She seems extremely strong in this version.
For sure.
Got the new knockdown on roundhouse legs, more hit confirmable crouching medium kick.
Yeah.
I mean, her pressure
combo's better too.
Yep. Better pressure, damage, hit confirms. More Oki more often.
Yeah. It's basically everything you want.
It
right?
really is. Yeah, I mean, she got a lot of help this season.
Yeah, and I think like the kind of matchups Chun-Li struggles in are the matchups where he'd want to play Ibuki anyway. Stuff like you wouldn't want to play against Guile or maybe Minot or maybe like Dalsum. Like zoner heavy characters where Chun-Li is maybe not the best. She has a floaty jump, not the best way to get in on the ground. I think those matchups, you still just go back to Ibuki, and if you're Fujimura, you feel great about that.
I'm sure.
So I think that that's probably very nice for him to have. Maybe the matchups where Ibuki is kind of outgunned on the ground. She doesn't have as much firepower, and she had to rely on comeback factor. With that being a little bit weaker in this version, with the character being slightly worse, I think having both of those is a really good choice.
It would be nice to see many more people playing multiple characters. It's something that's always fun to watch.
Yeah. I expect we'll see it a lot this season. I think this will be the season where everybody kind of settles into at least one other pocket character that they play pretty reliably in tournaments.
It's the 5th season. You know, we've all had a long time to figure out the characters and understand the game.
Yeah, it's time. It's about that time in the game. And I think with the way character strengths are now, it's probably worthwhile to have a second character, just in case.
Mm-hmm. So we're going through this set of pools right now. We had an earlier set of pools that has concluded. After this, there will be more pools, but you can go online to Smash GG and see what's going on. It definitely helps if you want to read the bracket to be able to read Japanese, because many of the players' names are in Japanese.
Smash.gg. You can look up EVO on there, EVO Japan, and you'll see
EVO Japan 2020.
Yeah.
That's all.
It's always nice. I mean, that's one thing I recommend in general, because you can do the player search there, and so you can look up like, hey, when does my favorite player play? Like, are they playing soon? Should I like look out for them? So there's a lot of like, I think, opportunities to really like dig in there and see where everybody is on the brackets, and give yourself a sense of when everything's happening. They also have the schedule there, so you can see like, all right, when does semis start? When does finals start? When does anything like that start? Which is also very useful to know. Otherwise, you're just sitting there like, when's it going to be top 8? Is it today? It's like, no, it's not. Today. Not today.
Nope, it's not. Yeah, today we're going to be going through pools. Then, of course, semis will be tomorrow, and we'll have the top 8 on Sunday.
Sunday, yeah. So Saturday top 8s will be like back to back to back on the main channel, I think, and then all the semis and everything will be on EVO2, which is what you're currently watching. And all the finals for every game will always be on the EVO channel. That's the way regular EVO is. That's the way EVO Japan is. Same kind of thing. And I think the finals on Sunday are in order: Tekken 7, Smash Ultimate, and then Street Fighter 5.
Okay.
And then I think tomorrow the closer is BB Tag. I'm not sure about the order between Sam Show and Soul Calibur. Okay. I think Soul Calibur is maybe first. I don't remember the schedule exactly, but that's what it sounds like.
That's all good. You know where you can find that?
Yeah, you can find it on the EVO Japan website.
Yes.
And on Smash GG.
Indeed you can. Yeah, it's on Smash GG.
The EVO Japan website has this nice little spreadsheet that says like qualification here and like, you know, semis here and finals, so it's great to look on there too. The only thing you have to do is a little bit of math to, you know, convert it to your time zone.
Ah, I heard birdie. Is that what we're going to get? And Chun-Li after all for Fujimura.
And this matchup especially, I feel like if you're going to play Chun-Li, this is a matchup you should probably try.
Sure, sure. And in this season, Birdie, I feel like, is one of the biggest losers.
Definitely, yeah.
So this is a character that, you know, some people thought was top tier, but I think we all thought was good. And I think he got some of the most significant nerfs in the game.
Yeah.
Without having been one of the top 3 or 5 characters in the game.
Yeah, I thought he was very powerful last version, and the nerfs this version are definitely felt.
They're substantial, yeah. So anti-air is worse, much more whiff punishable. I mean, that is, as we said earlier, something that happened to a lot of characters. But boy, I feel like it's impossible to not whiff punish that Stand Fierce now.
Yeah, Stand Fierce and also his medium punch as well, which is, I think, almost unwhiff punishable before. It's so difficult. And
definitely doable
like this,
now.
Yeah, she's very good at that, right? This is one of her big strengths.
Yeah, she's just a monster on the ground. She controls so well. Great buttons. That has existed, but as we said, more hit confirmable now and gets pressure more often. That's it. Here's Kuro. Got the knockdown. Dashes in. What a back dash. It was gutsy.
Yeah, I just wanted to get out of there. Woo! Hit confirmed. A little far, yeah. Barely juggled on the legs there.
That's okay. Hey!
And nice. It saved the meter as well. Didn't need to spend EX gauge or anything like that. Just goes for the Kosho into the V-trigger. I like that choice a lot. Fujimura, you know, unsurprisingly, is very confident and clean with this character already, right? I mean, one thing we see from his Ibuki is like always ready in each situation and not have to spend extra meter, be very optimal. And it seems like early on in Chun-Li, you know, trying to save that bar, doesn't combo.
Oh, okay. You know, that said, look, I really like what Kuro's doing. I like the movement we saw last time. I like some of the jump-in timings were strong. The mix-ups have been there too. Fujimura in there, has the corner. And now Kuro not jumping.
Yeah, and this range is tough too. You see that standing heavy punch?
Oh, did jump, but okay, Fujimura in there. Next hit. Oh, hey, that's so sick.
I know, he waited right there just to see if it was critical R or something on wake up. He has critical R available, view reversals. Now Fujimura is in a very, very, very strong spot.
Yeah, he can whiff punish quite easily, or even with EX legs for the kill.
Yeah, he
doesn't need to do anything hard at all, and there it is. In fact, that might have been into super anyway, just for chip.
Yeah, because the Gray Life was adding up too.
Yeah, it was.
Really dominant game from Fujimura.
Yeah, I like some of the stuff early from Kuro, but then as the game went on, it was just more and more Fujimura. And that's something that happens at the level of play that Fujimura is at.
For sure.
The more you play, the more you figure out the opposing player and what they want to do.
Man, and his, ability to use that button, that sending heavy punch already that we're seeing so much is, it's important to a character like this, especially like in a matchup like this.
Oh, God, he's just out there forever.
Yeah. Really far corner carry on that too. One of the nice things about that V-skill buff, extra damage, but also corner carry, which is great, and you don't need to worry about spinning bird for charge or anything.
Very surprised not seeing anti-air twice. I felt like that's exactly why Fujimura had backed off.
Yeah, no light kick, no back heavy kick.
Right, she definitely has those options.
Yeah, and you get a great mix-up after too.
Kuro jumping in again. Okay, look, if it's working, why not? Here's the activation point. Fujimura just playing patiently. Look, he's still even whip punishing, even though Birdie's moving at turbo speed.
Oh, critical out chips.
Okay, oh, what a read right there. To understand and to jump back. I mean, a little curious that the reaction was to jump rather than to do like a crouching short grab, something like that. But hey, it worked.
Yeah, you must have expected the command throw, I guess, right? He didn't even want to try to challenge the dash. He's like, it's not even worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that crushed in a good damage. Dash up for more pressure, but the break from Kuro. Oh, man.
Stop sign.
And the big jump. That's stun. See the combo here. Double fierce. Yeah, probably not going to spend critical.
No, yeah, it's just another set. Looking for the hit confirm. Kuro's in big trouble. That could have been the moment.
Yeah, he could have done EX legs or critical art in that case, but
Kuro would love to see some kind of EX into activation here, at least to get things going. I don't know if he'll get the chance. He's in big trouble. Even there's, that would have been, well, I mean, there's still trigger, I guess.
Yeah, but
there was
running
still
out of
reversal.
options.
Yeah, it was definitely running out of time, and that was Fujimura 2-0.
Clean, yeah. I mean, even if you had a V reversal there and like forced him off the meter, it's like, well, you still have to get in with no V trigger now against Chun-Li. So pretty brutal spot to be in. Very well played from Fujimura. Not surprising to see him on Chun-Li in this version. And he's been practicing that character already a lot in this season. I think it makes perfect sense. Even after winning Kumite, he was like, I don't know if Ibuki's going to do it. I know I beat like many of the best players in the world with Ibuki, but
yeah, well, like I said before, he thought about that before Rebel Kumite. So I'm always impressed to see how fast players identify which characters they think are going to be strong and how fast they make that switch. I mean, the patch has been out for a month, not for long.
That's true, yeah.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, a month is not that long of a time.
No.
And yet, even 3 weeks ago, people were already switching characters, picking up Chun-Li, picking up Urien, right? Akuma, nah, not anymore. Like
it seems like it's G, Kage, I gotta learn these characters, and everybody's like, all right. So, yeah, it's really cool. I mean, this is one of the first events to really see kind of like that progress from people.
For sure, yeah.
We're a little ways away from the CBT, so like obviously right now is a great time to really get in there and be like, all right, can I, try this new character, see how it goes and stuff like that. That's
experiment,
great.
Right? This is the moment for that. And even if you're not going to switch characters, many characters got very interesting new tools.
For sure.
And so even if, Guile, I still expect DaYou to play Guile.
Right.
Sure. I mean, probably not Kage. But Guile with V-Skill 2 is pretty different than before, right?
And very good in this version.
Definitely good, yeah. But different enough that I don't know that a month is enough time to figure out all of the little new things you're going to be doing with that V-Skill 2.
Yeah, and also, I don't think anybody has good counterplay to it yet, so you need to let people develop the counterplay so that you even know how usable this is. That's another thing that you have to think about too, right? Which is, it's always part of the thing. It's not only just how you use your tools, but if your opponents have counters and then coming up with like a game plan that's consistent.
So we're moving into losers of pool A652. By the way, there's a ton of pools. As we mentioned, almost 1,500 players, 128 round 1 pools. It's pretty stacked. These are 2 players, Song Square Jun and Latte SGT. Both from Japan, we've been told.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like most of the matches you'll see today, especially in Street Fighter, are going to be Japanese players. Makes sense, I think, right?
Sure. Yeah, definitely. We're in Japan.
Yeah, and we're at the point where, like, I don't think a lot of the international players really traveled out to this event, right? Like, a lot of people were kind of like, well, I don't know if we really need to come out all the way to Japan. Many people were just here, like, a month ago for Kumite as well. So, a lot of people are kind of like, maybe I'll just stay home. So it is a stacked event with all of these really, really talented Japanese players, and I'm really excited to watch this.
What do we got? Zangief. It's the Geef, I want to point out. Sick headset right there. Lovely mask. And Ken as well.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about Geef in this season. I think he's in a pretty good spot. There are certainly matchups that I think are still tough for him. Dedicated zoners, Poison, Dawson, that sort of stuff. That's just based on archetype is going to be tough for him. That's understandable. But with V-Skill 2, that Russian super kick, I think that he's got at least a tool to handle that that's been better than in the past. So I think those matchups are a little bit better. I think some of the matchups against important characters are a little bit more legit for him.
Yeah,
and for Ken, basically quality of life stuff. Combos work a little bit more consistently, but he's really the same guy.
Yeah. And this Ken player, I'm pretty sure this is the famous musician in Japan. He's like I think he's like a vocalist or something like that or something. You would have saw him if you watched when Fujimura actually won. He was in the stage doing like some of the announcing at Kumite. Yeah, it's that guy.
Right. Yeah, they said at the time that he was like Grandmaster Ken.
Yeah, he's good. He's like some famous band in Japan or something like that.
Sick.
I don't know the details.
Well, that's awesome. Then here we go. Oh, what's the punish?
He's like so pretty that you had to assume he was
it's
in a band.
incredible up there.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm glad he's got the mask on. At least save a little bit of dignity for me.
Oh, this is big damage.
Here we go. What?
That'll do it.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be it.
Nice. Didn't even need to like spend anything after. Could have done like dash of lariat to
it was over.
save meter, so it's good.
It's very much the same matchup that it's been. This one, I mean, there's not going to be too big of a difference this season among these two. And it's always been pretty evenish.
I like the dash up throw too. Good option in the corner. Looking low, there's the punish on the run.
Oh, boy, no! Oh, man. Oh, my God.
God.
It's insanity up there.
What's happening?
No, you can't do that.
I didn't even punish. It was a whiff.
They got the jitters. Look, this is Squirt John's first time on stage. He's never been in a big moment like this before.
I know. You know,
give him a little bit of time up there.
What it's like to be on a stage with thousands of people screaming.
I know. Sometimes you're jittery. I understand.
You know, we say that jokingly, kind of, but like when I was talking to Kenny was telling me that he gets so nervous when he plays on stage for Street Fighter compared to like going out to wrestle in front of all these people.
It is different. It is different. Yeah, I mean, if you've ever been in a band, you sort of know what it feels like to play behind your instrument versus if you just have to give a public speech on stage. Or for me, the exact opposite of those two, actually.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it certainly is different in different situations.
Yeah, in the front, it's the throw off the jab. Ooh. Man, he's really been swinging with that back medium heavy a lot, and it's really kind of worked out, so I don't see a reason to stop. No whiff punish.
Gutsy wake up with the jab. Here it is. Hit confirm. Was he go for the... Oh, okay. Super it is. So this is really the only time that Geek's post-super mix-up is legit, because the Fierce will actually lead to the full spin. Oh, boy, he could have done anything. Here it is. No, you went for a mix-up? Oh, my God.
Yeah, and I think he tried to uppercut after. It didn't come out.
It's not enough. It's not enough.
Uppercut or not, that's the guess. Doesn't go for it. Almost has critical art, too.
If he finds a crouching medium kick, it's over.
Yeah, that's why he threw those double
fireballs. No, he bet it. He tried to react, and he just didn't get it.
He threw 2 fireballs. He said, I have super now. It's unblockable. He did dash up, crouching medium kick, whiff. Man, he's barely in frame. He's leaning forward like, no! How did I goof that up?
It's pretty cool hair.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to kind of be a musician to get away with that hair almost, right? You got to be pretty cool to get away with violet colored hair. I don't think I could.
Well, I mean, you already spend more time on your hair in the morning than that guy does. I know it.
Certainly not.
I know it.
Certainly not. That looks like it takes actual effort.
Okay. But Latte finds it. Can't get free pressure after he dashes in it anyway.
Man, I didn't even realize that Ken's jacket matches the hair. This guy's really cool. Nice. Good hit confirm. I knew he was close enough to the corner to get the run V skill.
He does jump in. I thought that Jun had backed off to sort of maintain control of the corner, and no. And here we go now.
Yeah, uppercut.
Big damage on deck.
Oh, put himself in the corner.
Oh, that's a huge... That could have been just the raw spin.
Yeah. That's an interesting idea. Light tots, nothing after. EX fire.
Plus...
He went for the wrist. I was going to say, like, in this position, you know, he's in such a great spot, you don't have to overcommit or anything.
He didn't need to do anything. But he did it.
Roundhouse. He's been using that a lot. Yeah. Oh.
Just an error. Supposed to have been an SPD or maybe even super. Yes, reacts yet again. Jun's trying to bait that super. He's tried it a few times now. None of it's worked.
A little far. Runs
Here
again.
It is. Here it is. Oh my God! He shut it down.
He wasn't even comboing jab, 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 jab. He just got hit and was like, I got an uppercut.
He's got the wind at his back right now.
Uh-oh. Scary spot. That was really, really clean with the jump back. EX Tatsu for the kill. One apiece. They even gave him the first win. They were like, he's so famous. We'll just give him the W the first round. Now it's one apiece.
Indeed. And a lot of that was fought in the right corner. I mean, that was really just mostly about Jun's pressure. Even when Latte got damaged, a lot of it was on the basis of Jun like making some kind of a read that was just an over-read. Like that, right? Dashing in and Latte getting a little bit of damage. Oh, SPD!
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of commitment from his Ken so far, right?
Yes, so it's definitely commitment style.
Oh, wow, in between the medium kick roundhouse target combo gets the SPD.
Woo. I like this right now from Latte. He's really taking up a good spot on screen. Anti-air, no! It was the fierce.
Yeah, you got headbutt.
Here it is. We've been here before. Jun's in, plus. And anyway, went for it.
He said, whatever. It'll probably be fine.
Both have trigger.
Yeah, Fireball activate. Wow, raw lariat. Oh my.
Let's go. Swing it. Okay, is it enough? It's not.
Goes low. Raw V-trigger.
And he jumped into it. Oh my god.
That was like the right idea, but it just like hit him from behind the neck.
There is an anti-air hitbox. It's not great. It's not great.
Yeah.
But it does exist.
You're usually okay there. Like, jumping is usually okay, but he was so close. He could have just uppercut or something.
He definitely could have just uppercutted, yeah.
The one
Here's
time
a nice
where,
confirm.
like, he didn't. He was like, oh, I'll just jump. Just waiting out here.
I love that spot right there for Jun. I just don't think he needs to move. Yeah, this is a great spot. There is a super. There hasn't been wake-up super.
Khan probably jumping there, look like, or maybe backdashing in the corner. Tech throw.
Fearless here for Jun.
This is so bad.
Oh, yeah. We're 3 mix-ups away from ending the game.
Oh!
One. Will he
reset?
And he did.
He's done the reset every single time, and Jun was not having it. It was go to the final game, final round between these two.
It's become very common for Geeks to go to that reset.
Yeah.
Almost always now. And I like that. It's just unfortunately, Latte did not get that right. That said, he's got a huge chance now. Pressure. Big meaty. Okay.
Yeah, but again, and you know, Ken is that kind of like character where if he hits you with one of those, he could just carry you to the corner. It could be over real quick, no anti-air.
Latte trying to move forward. A lot of this has been him getting pushed back. Right now, he's the one doing the push.
Oh, the
huge
combo.
Chance. Okay.
Goes for the
punish.
Sweep. Counter punish.
I mean, usually that works, but not there. A little bit too far. It's on deck. That didn't quite work. Here's Jun. Yes, grab. He's close to doing it.
Oh, yeah, I really like that V reversal. He did. He had the medium kick. No hit.
Punish. In right into the spin. The reset.
Another one. Didn't even combo at that time. Another V reversal. And look at all that great life. The back throw.
It's
not enough. The front throw for Jun. And he does it. Moving on. And he's,
Let's go. Okay, come on, buddy. Yes.
I hope he like breaks his guitar. Like he grabs the guitar from backstage and smashes it because he's so excited.
I think his hair might be the guitar right now.
Feeling pretty good about that. Goes for the handshake.
Come on, man. That took so much work. Just
Yeah.
about pulled it up by the roots right there. And by the way, I have a great view of the crowd watching him. And I got to tell you, there are quite a few ladies watching, and they were very happy about that.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
He definitely has a fan base here.
So during Kumite, like they tasked Z with going to the crowd and interviewing people.
Yeah.
So he walks right up to these girls and he goes, hey, you know, you're here for Kumite, like, you know, you're watching some Street Fighter. Like, who are you here to watch? Who are you excited for? And they said, we're not actually here to watch Street Fighter. We're only here for Jun. Like, we don't actually, like, we're just here to watch him. That's what they said.
But that's actually awesome. Like, I'm
Yeah.
happy to have people in the community who do bring in that kind of viewership. That's super cool. Maybe
Yeah.
they enjoy themselves. Maybe they watch, or maybe they start playing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the idea.
They literally were like, we don't know who to root for. We just, Jun's great. The matches
Yeah.
are cool. Like, we're a big fan
Just
of him.
listen to him. Yeah.
There is like a crowd.
I wasn't
forming
kidding
right
about
there.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even, I noticed it now, and yeah.
I didn't notice it while they were playing, but as soon as it ended, I saw out of the corner of my eye somebody jump up and do a bunch of this stuff.
Yeah. They're all so excited. They're all waiting right after. Like, oh my God, nice work. You know, they're gonna. Imagine if he lost.
Man,
though.
I know, yeah.
It would have been bad. Tears would have been over there.
Well, for the story's sake, I'm glad that he won.
Yeah.
And that was loser's side, by the way, so Latte is out of there.
Yeah, that was life or death in the tournament for
Indeed.
sure. I see up next we're gonna have Gandalf the White.
So this may be a CFN Dawson player that I think I've seen. We'll see if it pans out
Mocha?
that way. No, I'm talking about Gandalf the White.
Gandalf the White is a Dawson player on CFN.
I'm like 60% on that.
That seems like the right name for a Dawson player. I'm not gonna lie.
Like a wizened old man.
Yeah, like the beard. He's just
Yeah.
like. In all my years, I've learned that suffering builds character. So I play Street Fighter V Dawson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
makes
a tough
sense.
one. That's a tough one. Over 200 years, lives of men he has roamed this earth.
Yeah.
I'm wasting my time.
I know some of the lore about this
Okay,
character.
alright.
Yeah. He's like one of the Ishtar or whatever they're called, and he like came down and he was like, I'll just live the mortal life. Am I on the right track? I think
Yeah,
I'm on the right track. It's like mostly there.
A track is a good way to put it, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're not at the right station.
I
but
remember,
you're on a track.
I remember reading a little bit of the lore one time and getting kind of interested in it, and then I realized just how much there was.
There's just an incredible amount.
Yeah.
And I've read it who knows how many times, and there's so much that
There's
it's
like there's a book that's literally like a
impossible.
lore book, right?
You mean the Silmarillion?
Yeah,
You're
that
talking
one.
about?
It's literally just a lore book. It's not like a story.
I mean, it has stories in it. But
Okay.
it's-
Yeah.
Anyway,
I knew there was a lot.
well, we'll see if I'm right about this. I think so.
Yeah. It's Gandalf the White. It's gonna be really funny if it's just any other character. Maybe he switched actually too. It's a new version.
You never know.
Ed versus Fang.
Well,
This is the most
guys,
Japan match I've ever seen in my life.
This is actually pretty cool, though. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ed and Fang. So Ed is a character that definitely got some help. I wouldn't say that he's done a 180 or that he
No.
has like climbed the ladder terribly high in terms of the tiers. But the things that were annoying about playing Ed
Yeah.
are not quite as annoying anymore. Now Flicker is gonna connect mostly. It's safe on block.
Yeah. It being safe on block is so good.
It is good. It is good.
They nerfed the chip slightly on it to compensate, but like having a safe move like that that you can just kind of throw out anytime in a block string and not have to worry about whether it's going to hit or block is fantastic. It's such a useful thing to just have connected to any button. Like, I guess crouching medium kick or crouching medium punches are pretty good.
Got a little bit more range on the upper, so that's not going to drop quite as often. Same with the kick. It's really just quality of life stuff.
Yeah.
And Fang is Fang still.
Yeah,
It's Fang up there.
That's a very good description of what they did to the character, yeah.
That's Fang. Yeah, they gave him some stuff that we're not going to see. You're never going to see somebody use the parry.
No.
Wow, that was really nice, actually. I like that as a call.
Yeah, his anti-airs are great. I think Ed has some of the best grounded anti-airs in the game. Goes for the reset, no charge though.
This guy's tricky. Let's go, Mocha.
Yeah, that's a name that's familiar to me, I feel like. Cross-up.
Yep.
Oh no, that Link dropped it.
It didn't happen.
Psycho, of course. Feature activation available. He just dashes out of there.
Oh, no,
V
got him.
skill. He looked for the V skill and he tried to sway, and he swayed right into the poison on the ground.
Seriously, though, I don't think that Fang is terrible in any sort of like absolute sense, but he just didn't get what Fang needed, I think, which would have been something like a faster button or the ability to combo into the sleeve in sort of from a light attack, that kind of thing. There's certainly stuff that he could have had that he doesn't have.
Wow, whip on the charge Bears. Yeah, EX puddle out. Walks up behind him.
Checks. Okay, here we go.
Oh, resets? Man, he's done like 5 resets already.
He's very tricky.
Dashes in. Gets for the plus frames. V reversal's out of there. Yeah, he's seen it once. That dash under after the medium kick anti-air. Doesn't fall for it again. Looks low. Instant overhead. He anti-aired it. Oh, the miss! And he just went for it. That's like the most common wake-up option that we see. The jump back medium kick, instant overhead from Fong is really good, actually.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Such a common option. It's very good in general. I mean, you can do jumping forward, jumping backwards, good hitbox, tough to stop it. Makes the low very good for closing out rounds too.
The problem with the character is not mix-ups. It's not lack of mix-ups.
Yeah, his mix-ups are pretty solid.
He has mix-ups. He has side to side. He has overhead low. That's not the problem.
Yeah,
okay,
I mean,
flick it.
He even has like plus frames, right? That's not really that big of an issue for him either, I think.
Sometimes he has plus frames, but effectively he's a 5-frame light character, right? So, whereas having plus 1 at like stand around us is nice for sure. If you're up against somebody who's got a 3-frame button, there's really not too much you can do about it as Fang.
Yeah, as Ed does, right? He has the 3 frames, so he's going to be able to challenge a lot of times. Walks back, fades the throw.
So that is a change right there. He can now cancel the second hit of stand medium kick. Is that enough? Oh, no, overhead low.
Oh, the trade on the flicker. And Mochan just running him over so far. Yeah, one of the things I see decently often, I feel like, in Japan, actually. Like him and Haku, I think, are the 2 of the ones that I see a lot. Especially if I watch a Japanese player, every time I tune into a stream of a Japanese player, they're losing to a Fang player online. It's like every single time. I don't know why that's the case.
There are more Fangs here. Is he? Okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised that combo. It's pretty far away.
It was. Well, I guess they improved that. Very offensive right now here from Mochan. Coming in, and we have not seen Gandalf challenge that right there.
Yeah, jab check after. Went for the command dash. Seen it before. No flicker cancel critical art either. I don't know if it would have killed. It would have been a little close.
Took a big risk.
He
put himself right into the mix.
Wow. Really good block.
Yikes, man. All of this. Okay, he just battles out, finally. There it is.
That was clean. Yeah, baited in and out on the throw. And I think that's something that you have to do here since he's been so active on offense and defense, really, that you have to kind of call that out, I think, and say, like, hey, chill out, man.
Yeah, he found the right tunnel in the end. You know, it took him a while, but eventually he followed his nose and he knew where it was.
No cancel. Surprised he could have got a knockdown.
Ooh, out of the sky.
Nice. This is a great position to be in, too.
Stuck. Will there be a cross-up? No, just very nice right there by Mocha. Keeping Gandalf in the corner.
Yeah, I like the idea of
okay. And this time he gets the link.
Yeah, and you're bleeding out here. This is a rough spot to be.
Gotta make it happen. Battle back.
Yeah,
you're fighting against the Balrog. You're on the top of the mountain. You're in big trouble, though. You're falling down a long way. Oh, no. For needlessly, he went into the net of Moria. And there he fell.
Yeah, and there he did fall. He'll be back, though.
He will be back. Well,
Yeah, actually, that is the version of him that's back.
Oh, yeah, I guess
Gandalf the White.
That
so
is bad, yeah.
That was it.
There's no more
It wasn't
Gandalf.
the gray, yeah.
He recedes into the music of the Einar.
Yeah.
He has to go back to Iluvatar
Yep.
eventually.
That's a word I recognize. I remember reading that. Yep.
Yeah, Eru Iluvatar.
That's like
the alt creator.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I forget what the... Man, there was something else I remembered about it, but I don't know what the
There's
name
a
of
lot
it is.
to remember
Yeah, there's
about
so
it.
much.
Yeah.
It's not that, like, different, though, from so many other fantasy hierarchies of gods. And
I mean, the better way to put it is probably that other modern fantasies are
true.
like
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, but yeah.
That's a good way to think about it.
He's just a simple Maya, you know?
Yeah.
He's not a god, he's just got some of the powers.
They're described kind of like as angels, right?
I mean, I guess you can think of it like that. They're just sort of put on the earth to monitor things.
Sure, yeah. To make sure everything doesn't go all wonky.
But it did.
It
It went pretty funky for a while.
Yeah. That's
Anyway, I don't want to give any spoilers out. I'm not sure that everybody's seen or heard
of
read
Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it's the big fantasy thing right now.
It's been out for a little while, but, you know, want to give a grace period.
Yeah, that's fair.
So this is going to be Mocha versus Genki, and I don't know Genki by face, but I sure hope that this is the Third Strike Alex player. Please let me know if that's accurate. I'd love to know.
It's funny how that works, huh? And like, especially, I feel like in the Street Fighter Third Strike, I guess in Street Fighter 4 days too, there were so many players you would always see by name and never ever see them.
Definitely, yeah, it was quite rare to see, and I mean, nowadays Genki has still done great at Co-op Cup and stuff like that. I just don't remember the look of his face. So if you know and you're on the Twitter, let me know.
Yeah.
Because I'd hate to say that it's him and that it's not. But if so, extremely strong, one of the best or maybe the best Third Strike Alex player with success with the character that, you know, it's hard to do in Third Strike with Alex. Not very common that you see people playing that character at such a high level.
Up against Mocha, obviously one of the more talented Japanese players we see traveling all the time, right? One of the few ones that comes out. Obviously the LCQ winner this year, Capcom Cup qualified in via that route, one of the tougher routes to make it into the tournament after being crowdfunded out by the Japanese community. So really cool to see him here. Again, obviously EVO Japan around. He's on a lot of streams. You know, you always see him playing here in Japan in SFL and stuff. So cool to see him. Again, I imagine we'll see Rashid still from him. Maybe he'll have a secondary, but he's played a few characters in this game, and I'm curious if he's one of the people that is interested in trying out someone else in this version.
Rashid and which V-skill? I'm curious.
Yeah, that's actually a good question.
Very curious about this. It's Alex. It's Genki. I'm going to say that this is...
It seems too likely, right?
It's just so likely.
Unless somebody else was like a fan of his and was like, I'm going to adopt the mantle and then play as Genki, right?
Genki Jr.
Genki Jr.
No, we're just going to say this is Genki. So anyway, he's an extremely strong player in Third Strike. Cool to see him playing SF5.
Yeah, it feels like a lot of Third Strike players have come over lately, especially, right? In the last like year or two.
Yeah.
They've been like, you know what? I'm going to play Street Fighter.
I mean, as a Third Strike head, I personally see a lot of similarities between the two games. The way that the neutral game works, and especially over the years as hit confirming has become even more and more important. So he got V-Skill 1 for Rashid.
Yeah, as we see it early right there. It's one of the better, I mean, it's, you know, interesting as V-Skill 2 is, like V-Skill 1 is just so good.
It's just hard to give up what it gives you.
Yeah.
And V-Skill 2, I think everybody in the scene had like a collective freak out about it for the first like day or two. And especially when we saw it on that first trailer.
Yeah, the room literally screamed, no!
I yelled no for sure.
Yeah.
I yelled no.
I heard it. I was like, oh boy.
Yeah. But, you know, yeah, as we've seen more of it, I think it's cool. It's kind of strong in this matchup, so I think it's useful. Oh, yeah, what an escape. But at the same time, V-Skill 1 just gives you so many things.
Yeah.
The mobility of it, the pressure of it, so strong.
Yeah, and also so many of the confirms that you get is really, really useful to have. We see a big bet there from Genki. This is going to be kind of one of those matchups, I think, where you have to make big bets when you're down like this as Alex. You have to rely on that. It's pretty common in this matchup. Counter hit, no confirm.
Rashid did get a couple of nerfs. I mean, he is a little lower than he was before. We've already seen Crouching Fierce. That's more whiff punishable than before. Crouching Strong's now minus on block rather than plus.
He might build Critical Art here. Yeah. He builds it on the last little bit, and that'll do it. You know, he had some utility buffs, but yeah, overall, Rashid is weaker. Even if he's still the best character or whatever, like, he's still weaker than he was before.
I think that's true. But I also agree that I think he's the best character in the game.
Yeah, even if he was nerfed from the best to the best, he's still, he's still a little weaker, but very good still, obviously.
And Mocha looks great. Great movement, great understanding of the likely mix-ups coming. And even though he didn't have to do it very often, his defense was good too.
Yeah, a couple of big backdashes we saw.
Got him under the Christmas tree. Stuck there, trying to jump.
Yeah, I like how often we see Mocha backdashing, right?
Yeah.
He's trying to force himself to air flip out or get away from command throws.
Here it is. Yeah, it's a hard read for sure.
Yeah, maybe calling out the backdash that time.
Well, we haven't talked about Alex at all. Alex got a couple of buffs. Anyway, that's it.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like the Fang situation, right? Where it's like, you know, he's still kind of the same guy.
After command grab, yeah, you still don't get much.
Yeah, you're not dashing up
You
into
are
everything.
not dashing up, especially on somebody with reactions like Mocha has. Oh, it doesn't confirm for the kill.
Yeah, he ducked the DDT, no punish.
Genki in trouble, trying to walk up there. There's no parry in this game, man. Well, I guess there is, but he doesn't have it right now. He has V-Trigger too.
Yeah. You know, we haven't even really seen him use his V-skill. He doesn't really have the space, it feels like. Been smothered.
There we go.
Oh, the dashes. Man, he's been like trying to chase so much with that, and it really hasn't worked out that well.
Yeah, it's not third strike Alex dash, and it's not third strike Alex jump.
Or third strike Rashid. Remember that character?
Oh
wow.
my god.
He was so bad.
Nightmare.
He's unplayable.
Literally, yeah. Tons of resources on Genki's side, and I'm not sure he's going to get a chance to use them. No, trigger's out of the question. Here comes Mocha now.
Yeah, he's going to be able to chip pretty soon here.
What is happening?
He's chopping away and it doesn't work out.
I just really don't think he meant to do 3 overheads.
Yeah, I mean, my assumption was like, okay, does he have V-skill is what I was thinking, because I was like, when you have V-skill, overhead combos into critical art. If you get the hard hit, right? But like, then he did it like 4 times in a row when I was like, he doesn't have V-skill. Yeah, so I was like, what is he trying to do? I was like, well, seems weird.
It is really cool to see Genki playing, but Mocha looked super strong in that one.
Yeah, I mean, multiple time Capcom Cup qualified player, right? So not surprising that he looked really dominant in that match.
Makes a lot of sense. So we have Tanaka coming up next against No Haram.
Yeah.
No Haram?
No Haram?
I don't think it's Haram.
Yeah. It depends. From France, also, this is like the first player we've seen not from Japan so far.
Ah, that's true. That's true.
That's cool.
It is cool, yeah.
We've seen so many people, obviously. You know, this tournament's going to be very dominated by people from Japan, Korea, China, like Asia in general. There's not a lot of players from the West out here in the bracket, so it's going to be pretty common. You'll see a lot of the Japanese players. There was some people like registered from, I think, the West that didn't maybe show up. Like Punk, I know, was registered, didn't come out.
Correct.
He's supposedly restreaming or was asking about restreaming, so maybe that's his plan.
Well, you can.
Yeah, you're able to restream. If you're interested in restreaming any of EVO, I think you're allowed to on Twitch.
Yep.
They tweeted about it, so it's really cool. That's what I would be doing right now if I was home. I don't actually know the time zone of what it's like in the U.S.
We are like 17 hours ahead
Yikes.
from the Pacific time zone, which is where we're from.
Right now is okay. Yeah, right now is not so
There
bad.
is a window. Yeah, it'd be all right. But you've done tournaments in SoCal of Japanese events.
And France before, too.
And France.
Yeah. Which France wasn't so bad either, if I remember correctly. I think one of them was just really early, so it was like 7 a.m. top 8 our time, and I was like, oh boy, it's bad.
Yeah. Well, nice work. That's not so easy.
Yeah. If you're hanging it, it's especially if you're going to do an all-night race stream, that is very impressive. That is not easy to do, to like reverse your sleep schedule and stay up all night and do it. I can't do it.
I definitely cannot do that. That's a James job.
Yeah. I feel like he should be that guy.
I mean, he should be that guy. He doesn't have to reverse his sleep schedule.
No,
his
that is his
schedule
sleep schedule.
is reversed.
Yeah, I remember talking to him about streaming, and I was like, you know, James, you know what would help your stream if you streamed at like, I was like, you know, a little earlier, like maybe 1 or noon or something like that. He's like, yeah, it's just so hard for me to get up. And I was like, wait, what?
I know.
I was like,
I know.
You're not awake by then? He's like, nah, I usually get up around 3 or 4 or whatever. I was like, how are you sleeping in that late? Like so I'm a little younger than James.
A little bit.
My body won't let me sleep that late.
Yeah.
It's like, you got to get up, man. What are you doing? It's noon, you know? It's like, you got to go, man. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's fair.
I think it's supposed to be the opposite.
I know, that's what I
Okay,
mean.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think you're
I'm
the
supposed
weird
to be able
one.
to sleep till like 4, and he's supposed to
Yeah.
be like, oh, it's 7 in the morning. I need to be up.
Yeah, I mean, when I was your age, I was sleeping through 3 p.m. economics class.
Yeah,
How
that
old are
sounds
you?
right. I'm 25.
I know.
Okay. 3 p.m. economics class. I would sleep through that too.
No, it was great. I mean, I love the class, but you know how it is. You know.
Yeah.
This is Tanaka, as we said, from Japan, and no Haram from France.
France, yeah. Up next, we have Kazunoko coming up against DaYou. So some names you guys are probably familiar with. Cool to see. EVO Japan's happening. Obviously, I think there's 3 streams, at least from our US end, that you guys can watch. EVO, EVO2, and EVO3. And from my understanding, there's a stream that is all Smash all the time. And then EVO1 and EVO2 are trading between all the other games here. So the main EVO stage is we're going to be able to watch a lot of stuff like Soul Calibur, I think BB Tag, and Sam Show, because the semis for those games are today since the finals are tomorrow.
Sure.
So today you can watch a lot of that. And then for Street Fighter here, we have 2 blocks of pools today, 2 blocks of tomorrow, and I think one of them is semis, and then the finals on Sunday.
That's right. So this is pool SFA 647, and Ogu won the pool. Already got through.
So this is loser
and now
side.
this is loser semis. It's 3 out per pool. So the winner of this will qualify out of the pool on loser side.
Sounds about right to me.
No Haram lost to Ogu, who then, as I said, won the pool. So he's only lost to the best player in this pool.
Yeah, I remember when I was looking through, I was first of all surprised that there was 3 out. I thought that was really cool to see. The other thing is that it breaks down into like 19 subsections after this.
Dude, it's
before
super
you get to the semis, there's like
It's
30
really far.
sections.
It's hard to follow.
I was like, this player goes here and he goes there. I was like,
you're doing
oh man,
math.
it's
Yeah.
impossible.
Yeah, you got a whiteboard.
Yeah, yeah, it was a little rough. So we see Akuma here. I thought this character was dead. That's what everybody thought. Everybody was like, Akuma's dead. It's Kage. I was
He
like,
can
all right,
never
guys.
die.
Yeah, he's
Akuma?
still so good. This character's still so good. I think
He's
people.
so good. He's never died.
He's very good still.
He's never been dead
No. Always been alive.
in any game.
Yeah. No, he's very good. But this version's still, I think, excellent. I think still better than Kage, too.
I would say that he's the best Shoto personally. Yeah, I still think that he's quite strong. He did get normalized in some ways, and that's, I think, part of why I think he's so good is that it's not as if he got worse than other characters. It's that things that he had that were better than other characters are now like about as good as what other characters have. So no more whiff canceling red fireball into V-trigger. No more doing strong red fireball like that. He had more chances to pressure more often, and now he just gets 3 like everybody else.
Yeah. A little bit more normal as he stunned earlier in here. Awful Akuma. Cannot even get a second in against Rashid.
Yeah, I really wish that Tanaka had gone with Kage here, who I think is the best Shoto.
Just so much better than Akuma.
Yeah.
You said normalized, and I was like, oh yeah, that's why he hasn't been commentating Street Fighter. Normalized?
Oh no, I've been found out.
The wrong term, buddy boy.
I've been found out.
You're on the wrong stream.
It is unfortunate for Akuma that many other characters got life and stun buffs, and he didn't get them. So now
He should block overhead.
He's hanging out on the bottom of that. Boy, it's looking rough out there. Tanaka is
Whatever
in big
happens on
trouble.
Oki, you gotta block overhead. Okay.
All right. Then we got a big laugh actually out of Tanaka, who I want to point out, this is not round 1. This, like I said, is to qualify from the pool.
Yeah. Tanaka was like, oh,
And it's a double perfect.
Yeah. The first match.
A double perfect.
You know, when we say matches are one-sided, I feel like, you know, sometimes it's maybe not that bad. That was one-sided.
There was just one side. Yeah, that was just a line, a straight line.
Yeah.
We're not even talking parallelogram at that point.
Heavy mixer, no side switch. Man, it just feels like
Waking
everything's
up a little bit here. He's at least involved. Nice! That was actually great. Here we go. Tanaka's alive.
Yeah, no resources. Just wall jumps out.
No Haram pressuring.
Yeah, It's looking a little rough. No anti-air on the way out. No anti-air there either, actually. Activates. Yeah, gets rid of some of the hits on the tornado.
Everybody wants to move there. I get it. You don't want to be stuck. It's a bad time.
I
but
mean,
you know, sometimes you want to sit still.
Yeah, you're like 3/4 screen, and then Rashid's like, I want neutral now. What are you going to do? And you're like, okay, well, what if you did?
His.
But he did.
Yeah,
you just got to sit there. It's that good. Oh, no challenge. You just let the air fireball go. Nice
Great reaction. And now that pressure's starting, and that's what's been so good for him. Here comes no Haram. Match point. Lovely. I'd love to see him pressure last time he backed off. What do you got? Tried the pressure, nothing, and then just holding up back. Was no Haram.
Yeah, he just feels like he's never not in control. There's the EX uppercut, though. V-trigger's available as well.
Whew. There it is. One more chance for the kill.
Not enough. Off the wall.
Yikes.
He almost
will he activate? Yes, here it comes. Oh, stuck. Stuck still.
Overhead. Oh.
He's desperate to get out of here, Tanaka.
Bait to throw. That'll do it. Easy peasy. Not quite double perfect on the second game.
No.
But a little closer.
You can see Tanaka waking up a little bit.
Yeah. Man, those overheads. That must have been 7 overheads he landed in the first game.
If you got hit by 6 overheads in a row,
how do you stand up?
Yeah, do you think the next one's an overhead?
Sure. At that point, you got it. It was blatant. Like, it was abuse at some point. I was like, come on, you got to stand up.
Well, unfortunate for Tanaka, who shows up to EVO Japan and is out. Like I said, that was at the end of the pool, so he made it to 4th place out of 16.
Right.
Not shabby at all. No. Unfortunately, he looked like the biggest bum in the world on stream.
What are you going to do? It happens, right?
It does happen.
Yeah, you know, you ever have those matches where you beat someone excellent off stream and then you get put on stream and you get smoked? That's what always happens. You look so good off stream, you're like the best player in the world. And then you get on stream and they jump at you and you're like, oh God. You just block and then it's over and you're like, man, this game's so hard.
I was talking perfectly normally before we started this stream. And then as soon as the camera turned on, I couldn't say a single word.
That was really funny, actually.
Sometimes it happens. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't even know what you said. You said, like, welcome to EVO 2019 Japan. And I was like, that's not the right order.
It wasn't
the right year.
No, none of it was right.
It was a good try. Just like Tanaka, it was a good try. You came out and gave it your all.
I got hit by the 7th overhead.
You would not stand up.
No, I was just holding down back. So up next is going to be BC Kazunoko. There you see him. And he will be playing against DaYou.
Yeah, good to see. I'm excited to watch some more Kazunoko playing some Street Fighter. Always solid. I heard he was the very first match on Smash Ultimate today.
On Smash Ultimate, right? He's been playing
stream,
it, yeah.
He was like, the very first match on stream or something like that, which is really funny.
He and some of the other top Japanese traditional fighting game players have been playing a lot of Smash.
Yeah, not surprising. I wonder who he plays. It's probably somebody very degenerate and annoying.
100%. I don't know the game well enough to make a pick, but that's the archetype for sure. And in fact, I haven't seen him play SF5 in a little while now. I'm not sure who to expect.
The last time I saw him play, he was playing Ibuki. But in this version, she's a little worse, so I expect he'll switch. Just knowing, how he is as a human.
Sure.
I got to imagine he might switch.
He wants the good stuff in life.
Yeah. Like, in life, there's like so many other things that are frustrating and difficult. Why make it hard in a fighting game? You just pick a better character. That's up to you. That's your choice.
Just struggling to pay the bills. You got relationship problems.
Yeah. But in the fighting game, just pick the best character.
But yeah.
Yeah.
At least there, pick the good stuff.
Your fate is in your hands. Not like relationships. And
yeah, you have nothing to do with those.
No, that's not your fault at all.
Those are just external issues.
Yeah.
It is Ibuki.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yep, and DaYou is lining up on Ed. Yeah.
Certainly not Kazunoko Ed.
No, there's no way. He's never considered it.
Not once. He saw that he had this cool DLC outfit. He's like, oh, maybe. No. Not even going to think about it. Yeah, last time I saw him playing, he was playing Ibuki. It's the character he played most, I feel like, of the CPT season last year. Not switched yet, although, maybe he'll stick it out with this character. Who knows?
The character is still good.
Yeah. She just went from, like, being top 4 to 5 to, like, Fujimura said top 10 maybe? He was like, top 10 at best, maybe. That's what he was saying before Kumite, so.
Well, Ibuki it is. Okay, nice. I mean, look, Kazunoko is such a talented player. Certainly one of the best fighting game players ever with how many games he's done well in over the many years. He can make it work.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, he has a chance at a couple of main stages this weekend. I'm sure he'll be playing maybe a little Sam Show. I know he doesn't like this version that much, but I'm sure he'll probably play it.
Okay, let's go, DaYou. Activates.
Oh, tried an instant overhead. Oh, waited it out.
The escape was actually incredible from Kazunoko. He knew exactly it seen where DaYou was going.
Look, you try to put a fireball.
Oh, only the jab.
Oh, in the front. Release. He has 2 meters. EX. Another one. Not enough. Instant overhead.
The little frame kill first.
Yeah, crouching light kick into it. Either overhead or low, you gotta guess. And you know, Kazunoko has had a lot of people try to put a fireball and run a mix-up on him before. So like his escape from that situation was not that surprising. He was like, I know how to handle this. Very patient from Kazunoko so far.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that I get that same sense from DaYou, who is blocking now. Okay, there it is. But he's done a lot of roundhouses. He's dashed a lot.
Yeah, the
He's got the corner at least now.
Oh, got hit late. I'm surprised, actually. I think he could have blocked that. Jump.
Ooh, it's a tricky spot.
That'll do it.
Yep. Lovely stuff from Kazunoko. Capitalizes very well. It's all right, though. You know, just take a sip of the energy drink. Recuperate a bit.
Kazunoko looks like he's chilling. He's like, you know what? That went great. Couldn't have been better.
He's navigated way crazier stuff in his fighting game life than Ed's V-Trigger.
Yeah. Which has some good mix-ups off of it. But
it does.
You see a lot of people play V-Trigger too, I think because of the stability of it. Wow, they're blocking the overhead. And yeah, we've seen round start roundhouse so many times from DaYou so far. And because of that, Kazunoko just walk up, block, punish right at the beginning.
Yeah, as he did in the previous round as well.
Yeah. It's the plan at this point. Yeah, crushes it. One more for stun.
Lovely stuff. Not exactly a guaranteed way to seal it, but it worked. And it's match point for Kazunoko.
It was close enough.
Well, I'd love to see more variation from DaYou in the game plan here.
Yeah, I do not want to see him hit roundhouse again.
No, that's got to be at a minimum right now. Here's Kazunoko, though. There hasn't been a roundhouse, actually, and yet it hasn't seemed to matter. There it is. Got to make it count.
Yeah, I mean,
famously difficult to read. Kazunoko, there's the roundhouse, and it's punished.
He sensed it. He was like, you know what? You need a lot here. Time for a EX uppercut. He's just chilling at this range, waiting for him to make a mistake.
Whiff punishing. That's the thing about Kazunoko. He's just such a complete player. You think of him as a kind of zany nut, but he has everything else as well. Super strong player.
Yeah, you see him backdashing, trying to get some space.
All right, what is it? Dash forward. Oh, the block!
And then the double block. He just walked up and blocked the next series.
Look at that. Look at that. The defense, the 2 or 3 times that it came up where Kazunoko needed defense, he had exactly the right call, whether it was blocking right or doing EXDP or evading that whole V-trigger in the first game.
Yeah.
He just looked perfect.
That was beautiful. Honestly, it's like everything went right. Yeah. That whole evasion of that sequence was just excellent. And it's just kind of what we expect, I guess, from Kazunoko. So very well done. Moves on. That was winners finals of their pool, it looked like. So
yes, indeed.
Kazunoko's making it out of there. We have another winners finals coming up.
Ah, this is going to be Shinta versus NoRoon. I assume that this is the player who is currently second in CFN.
Yeah.
NoRoon, it's like 3 or 4 zeros or something, and
Probably.
2 ends.
Yeah.
I assume that's the same guy. He is a very strong Akuma. In previous times played Ken as well. And I'm looking for Akuma here.
Yeah, what's interesting too is there's actually quite a few players I usually see high rated on Japanese CFN who maybe I don't see as a lot of the locals events.
Yeah, yeah.
When I like look around, you know, you look at the like Akihabara streams, or you look at all the other stuff, and you just like don't see them nearly as much maybe. But you know, they come out occasionally, and you find them at like events like this. Obviously, this is a big one to show up to. EVO Japan. Humongous bracket, 1,500 players for Street Fighter V alone, 6,000 entrants overall for 6 games, half of which are Smash.
That's true.
3,000 people fighting for that controller. It's going to be a really, really cool Smash bracket. I'm excited for that, mostly because it seems like it's so many Japanese players. Which is, it's like every game has so many talented Japanese players.
Of course. And we are here in a huge venue.
Yeah. This hall is humongous.
It is really huge, yeah. It's cool. You know, they've had 3 EVO Japan so far. This is certainly the biggest venue. We're back in the Tokyo area. We're in Chiba, which is just a little bit southeast of Tokyo.
Yeah, Tokyo area is a good way to put it. It's not quite Tokyo.
We're like in a suburb of Tokyo, more or less.
Yeah.
Last year, of course, we were in Fukuoka, which is quite far away.
For sure, yeah.
Down in the southwest of Japan.
Yeah. Probably probably like 40, 50 minutes outside of Tokyo by train or something. Maybe like 50 to an hour.
Us here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday, a few of us went into Tokyo from our hotel in Chiba. And yeah, it was about a 45-minute ride, I would say.
That sounds about right. You guys went to Akihabara?
We did.
Played some games?
We did.
Sounds fun.
We got some Japanese food.
I saw you went to kebabs?
We did.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what we went to in Japan.
Akihabara has like 2 or 3 kebab places that I can think of, though. It makes sense.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, you get the chili sauce?
I got the basil mayo, I think. No, I got the garlic, actually. Yeah. But I actually really like trying food like that that's not like what you think of as being the native food.
Sure, yeah.
I've definitely been having that as well, but I always think it's cool to try that sort of thing. So I love, for example, Japanese Italian food. I think is incredible.
They have a ton of Italian food here.
So good.
Yeah, and French
Their
food
pasta's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, their bakeries, so good. French bakeries are amazing here. And I like doing that in different countries. It's really cool to see different takes on cuisines.
Sure, yeah.
When I lived in France for a while, I actually loved French Chinese food.
Oh, that makes sense.
French Chinese food is incredible. It's very different than U.S. Chinese food.
I'm sure, yeah. It's interesting how that works. That's the one thing I noticed almost immediately here was like almost all the bakeries I went to were not Japanese bakeries. They're all like foreign bakeries.
Mm-hmm.
It's like so interesting to look at. It's cool. There's a lot of good food and a lot of good stuff to explore if you're ever in Japan, Tokyo area.
Yes.
EVO Japan is a great reason to come out too. Check out the event, hang out, play some fighting games, and then maybe check out some of the arcades. There's tons of local meetups and gatherings here too. You can go to play, like you're going to play offline with people and stuff.
Any game you want.
Yeah,
You'll be able to find it. Of course, free to enter here, and many people did. So we're waiting to get started. This is Shinta and NoRoon. Yep, in fact, on the bracket, it's spelled the way that I recognize it from CFN.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Winners,
with a bunch
finals.
of zeros.
Yep.
There's a bunch of those Japanese players, super high ranked on CFN. They have like 800 million points. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, he's second ranked overall. I mean, he's really far behind Trashbox.
Trashbox, yeah.
At number 1, he's lapping everybody.
Third is Shazzy. He just hit third in the U.S. Shazzy's right there. He's been streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe one day he, like NoRoon, will go to an event.
Maybe.
Yeah. I've met Shazzy, though.
I mean,
he's real.
it would just require for there to be like an event that's local to where he lives. If only there was some kind of event that like took place
every Wednesday
in that area.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm not sure there is.
He lives in Southern California.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah. If only. It's not like he's been to it before.
Blowing him up.
Yeah.
So, yep, Akuma is what I expected out of NoRoon, and Menat would be so cool and locks in.
Yeah, not surprising. These characters are still very solid. I think I like Menat in this version a lot, actually. I think she was a little weaker last season than she probably needed to be. This season, a little better. Not too much, but a little better. I think some of the big things that help her is like her medium punch not being as bad on block. Point blank, but it also helps at range too, which there's a lot of things at range that would punish that move and give her a lot of trouble. I think that was an issue that, you know, Menat players didn't want to deal with as much.
Yeah, and when they connect with it, they have a little bit more frame advantage to handle that, a little bit more time to set things up. That's nice. Dawson got the same buff. Definitely appreciate it. So V-Skill 1 and Trigger 1 below.
Big jump.
Big start here for NoRoon. Already got the corner. That orb is nowhere nearby. Okay, it slowly floats back.
Yeah, so I saw the walk-up throw. V-Skill. Dizzy
Very
already.
tricky. NoRoon.
You really don't have to respect Menat up close like that. You know, that's why we see him just go for the V-Skill, because he's like, whatever, what are you going to do? Demon flip throw? That'll do it.
Yeah, all she's got is that 3-frame button, and it's nice, but that's it.
Yeah, it just doesn't lead to that much without meter, and even with meter, it doesn't do that much damage, which is like one of her big issues in general.
Totally. I do like that her V-Skill 2 makes some of that a little bit more practical, but I mean, I understand there's other reasons why you're not using that.
Yeah, like a 3-frame. Yeah, V-Skill's through, but nothing after. Woo! Yeah, you see now he doesn't care. He's just like swinging into it regardless because the damage is in Akuma's favor by so much. Yeah, late on the overhead, so he couldn't
now
cancel.
there's Trigger. Can't just back off and do red fireball anymore, my man.
Must be so difficult.
I know, can you imagine? Oh, the hit comes and there's super on this.
Yeah, gonna spend it. That's a huge chunk of damage. Not enough. Oh, walk back was gonna be low medium kick fireball. Anyway, very, very clean.
Only a one-day trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was super solid. And again, this is winners finals of the pool.
I think one thing that's important against fighting a character like Minot is understanding how many and how often you can take risks. Just because her damage when she punishes you is not always that big, and I think that's something we've seen NoRoon really understand very well.
And he's also gotten a great read on Shinta, who's taken the bait on a lot of these things. And then when he didn't, NoRoon came in for the grab. Of course, that's how it works.
Yep. Ton of damage.
Baits the
Yet
throw.
again.
Ay, come on, a perfect.
That was clean. Can't ask for really a better round, right? Like everything went according to plan.
Exactly what he wanted right there. Not for Shinta, though, who just has not really been able to mount a strong mid-range defense. He's been put in the corner almost immediately each round. The orb's out, make it happen. No, even then, there was still the button out on NoRoon.
Yeah, gets the crush to the corner already. Oh, missed the meaty. Gets the counter hit anyway.
Here's a chance.
Tatsu.
That chance for at least a little bit. Still caught in the corner. Been back to the corner the entire time.
Oh, man, this is brutal. Next hit
hits?
kills.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that'll do it. Down easy peasy out of pool. Cleans it up, and I don't think you can ask for a better performance, right? You come out here, you know, you've been playing a lot online, tons of points, winners finals the pool, coast on the way out. I mean, that'll do it.
Looked great. Yeah. Earlier I was talking about how I want to see which player who is, you know, mostly a CFN monster comes out here and does great in this tournament.
Sure, yeah.
And I really think that NoRoon is a good pick to watch for that kind of thing.
I mean, definitely if you played Kage, you know, who is 100 million times better than Akuma according to the internet.
But sometimes, you know, you can't do that, right? His heart lies with Akuma. That's the only reason anybody picks Akuma. It's not because he's good. It's because you like the character Akuma, right?
Yeah, everybody who plays Akuma, really, they just love the Satsui no Hado.
Right, exactly.
His nose, his angled
it sort of reaches within you, right? There's something about the Satsui no Hado that I think we can all sort of identify with.
Sure, yeah. Yeah. I wake up and I think that's a relatable guy.
That's like me.
He punches like the island in half. You know, I'm like, yeah, that seems like a Saturday. Yeah, Akuma players, they're all honest. Low tier, enjoying character. I couldn't believe the hubbub about Kage. It was so surprising to me.
He is better, but I really think that Akuma is still the best of the Shotos.
Yeah. I think Kage is good. In this
He's pretty good. Sure.
Maybe like top 15 or something.
That seems reasonable.
Somewhere in there.
Well, we haven't seen one yet. We'll have to see if that does occur. This is going to be winners finals of Pool A617, and it's going to be Shibazzatsu versus SeeKeny. Not familiar with them, so we'll see who they line up with.
Yeah, locked and loaded on the stage here. Looks like they're setting in the buttons. I'm good cruising along. These matches are coming in hot and heavy. Like, there's not a lot of breaks. It's just boom, 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 match after match. And with a bracket this big, you have to just kind of run it this way, I think.
So Shibazzatsu actually sent Mocha to losers.
Oh, really? Okay.
And the match that we saw between Genki and Mocha was, in fact, losers semifinals. So Mocha is qualified out of the pool, but on losers side. And now this is winners, where Shibazzatsu, who beat Mocha and then Genki
okay.
to get into winners finals, is going to line up. I heard Ryu?
Yeah. Okay, if there's one place you will still see Ryu in 2020, it's Japan.
Sure,
Ryu
a free-to-enter tournament in Japan.
Yeah. But
that makes sense.
It's winners finals.
No, I'm messing around. Yeah, look, Ryu got better. I like that they gave him the ability to combo EX donkey kick into Tatsu.
Yeah.
So you can get actual pressure in knockdown situations more often.
Great.
The little bit of an extra range on crouch medium kick.
Helps
it's not
a
by a
lot.
lot, but it does exist.
Makes the Tatsu
It's
combos
helpful.
a little bit better, too.
Yep.
You can do light or medium Tatsu better. And also, crouching medium punch as like a frame trap button, so crouching medium punch, standing medium punch is good. That kind of stuff really helps, I think.
He is definitely a better character.
And I think he's always fought this matchup pretty well, actually. I think he can fight against Miko.
Okay.
Ouch.
Already into the corner here. I like that. Sticking out the fierce just in case. It worked.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of neutral jumps so far. Dash up, EX Brimstone.
And that was pretty early, so Shibazzatsu's got a great chance to get two, if he even needs it.
Spaces out the solar plexus. Oh, stuffs it. Yeah, he's still fine.
Yeah, okay.
Wasn't going to kill, no stun either.
Here it comes. So I really like what they did with his V-trigger. Now he can just do a lot of fireballs and dragon punches, and that timer doesn't go down like it did before.
Yeah.
It would just have melted. It would have already been over before.
Which is really good because, you know, it lets him establish, once he's in V-trigger, just fireball, fireball, fireball.
The man can throw fireballs.
Yeah.
Ryu can throw fireballs.
Yeah, important to have. No uppercut. Man, this is looking pretty rough already. I was going to say, you got to smell the command throw soon.
Okay. SeeKeny activates. And his pressure working out a little bit. The slide right underneath.
Yeah, that was good recognition of like, all right, you're in V-trigger, you want to throw fireballs.
The range is actually great, but no punish on the down fierce. You can see Sheapaws really trying to get things going right into the super.
Yeah, it was great confirmed too. I mean, like, it was down jab, but then standing medium punch was not counter hit combo afterwards. And the kill.
Dang, Callisto was right that it was going to kill? That's incredible. I thought that wasn't going to kill.
Well, that's why he switched to the camera that showed the players.
And he was right. This Mika player up there actually knew how much damage it was going to do.
Former Mika, now, you know, unhappy Sakura player.
Yeah.
Times were better when he was a Mika
unsettled player.
Yeah. He was much happier when he was a Mika player. Just a cheerful guy. I'd say go say hi to Callisto. Nowadays, when I see him, I avoid him.
He's a surly guy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Stuffs the drop kick. A parry would have been maybe a little better. I wonder if that's what he tried when he got medium punch.
Right. Yeah. Forgot the kick.
Yeah, just a couple of taps, nothing too big.
I really like these slides. And SeeKeny's out, but to what end? He'd love to activate. Okay.
Heavy uppercut reach there, too. I'm surprised, actually, on the splash.
Great defense, patient. Gotta make it count. What is it? Sheapaws. Okay. Too far for the corner combo. That would have been so sick.
Yeah, trying to dance on him, but he didn't take the bait. Gets the V reversal. He's not too far out of this. He's like a tap.
He can do it, for sure.
A tap and an EX Brimstone away.
If he gets the right jump finish.
That was the EX Brimstone.
Oh, I like how SeeKeny is handling this.
Oh, my.
Okay, yep, I like this.
Nothing big after
Not
this,
guaranteed after it, but I like that he ended the pressure to the opponent, knowing that all he needs is one hit.
Man, he ran up there and stuck out that stand like it. Could have been buffered into like Fireball, EX Fireball or something.
SeeKeny battling, here it is.
Yeah, spaced out drop kick, there's not a lot of pressure after. Solar flexes.
Yeah, links it properly. Sheapaws now gets the pressure, but nope. First big wake up EXDP.
And no counter. Oh, that's going to be a punish. Cute. Can't get too happy V-reversaling those drop kicks.
I don't know. Okay, well, jumping. It did work. Lovely stuff.
Has a second V-trigger, though.
Yeah, I can definitely make this happen. So SeeKeny doesn't want to see that. Here it is, though. Crumbly. Yeah. Gonna just go right into super.
Yeah, I like that combo choice. Like, you know, there's other options you could have tried, but just spend it. Keep it simple.
Definitely understandable. So match point now for Sheapaws, who's already taken out both Mocha and Genki.
Yeah, and, you know, that round is so tense anyway that you really need that last little bit. And nothing on those drop kicks. They've really kind of rained freely so far.
As you mentioned earlier, you can just parry him.
We haven't really seen that been an option. Oh boy. Has meter now.
Hey!
Crush.
Big trouble right now.
Yeah. Clap, roundhouse, and goes for the reset. That'll do it. Easy peasy. The 2-0 to make it out of pools as well.
Yep. That was the winner's side. Well, I guess technically they both make it out of pools, but for SeeKeny, it will be in losers.
Yeah, that is one nice thing too, I guess, right? Is, you know, you just made it to the winner's final, so you've already secured your spot out, which is nice, right? Even if it's not something like, oh, well, I'm in losers, but at least you make it out without having to play that extra match.
Sure.
Which I think is a lot of times really hard. Like, you lose the winner's finals match and you have to play someone, even if you've already beaten them in the losers finals,
it can be tough. Yeah, for sure. So up next, we're going to have Akiyu versus Ikatsui Yaru in SFA 642. Yeah, let's see who else was in this pool. It seems like all the matches we're getting now are in winners finals. We've gotten about an hour and a half through this set of pools.
For sure. Which makes sense. And then the next match after has StormKubo in his winners finals of his pool. Not surprising. Those are quite the spectacles.
I love them.
Yeah, those are sick.
I absolutely love them.
And even like the bear on the hoodie kind of has, like those are goggles or whatever for snowboarding,
Super
it looks
cool.
like. But they're kind of the same speed.
Definitely, yeah.
I'm a fan.
You know, we're pretty close to the ocean here. You might have just swum here through the bay with those goggles on, right?
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Could be how he got here. You don't know.
I can't say
you
for
have
sure.
no idea how he got
I
here.
cannot say for sure. I can make some guesses, and after
yeah,
seeing
okay.
the glasses, I'm pretty sure, yeah. There's no way he came by land.
No. I think
either
we
by
can
air-
rule land out.
Yeah, air or sea. It's one of those two, for sure. He looks sick.
I think they're cool.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Not a great time here for snow, though. I was talking with Juna a little bit earlier, and apparently this is the least snowy year on record.
What?
In Japan?
The least snowy on record.
That
You know
was
what's
his
funny?
claim. I don't know personally, but that's what he said.
I think like last year, Juno was like, the next time there's EVO Japan, you guys come out early, we'll all go snowboarding. That's what he
Definitely,
told us. He was
I
like,
remember, yeah.
come out, we'll all go snowboarding. I was like, dude, that sounds great.
Yeah,
The
no.
least ever. On record.
That's what he said.
That's too bad. Well,
That-
he didn't ski in on the mountaintops.
No, we know that he didn't do that. But whether it's hot or it's cold, his eyes are going to be protected.
Yeah. Things look great. I like they look kind of aerodynamic. They're setting up the buttons here. Seen a lot of cool character choices so far too. Fong, Ed. I feel like Japan also has like a lot of Vega players, which is like in 2020, it's like, man, you're still playing Vega. Oh, all right, well.
Vega got a little bit better.
Yeah, he actually got some cool buffs, I think, too. I like the V-trigger change, especially the rolling, and also like situations where you end up making them block it in the corner.
Yeah.
Instead of being -2 now.
Right.
I think that's
you
good.
actually plus on block. That's nice.
Yeah. Some good stuff. In general, it seems like they've been trying to open up his combo routes and like do stuff like, okay, well, if you're in claw and you do crouching fears, you can do this. Or if you want claw standing jab to combo into stuff, we'll make it more claw. Like there's been more stuff where they're like, all right, let's kind of try to make this stance stuff better so like he's switching more often and he has better offense in claw.
It's Blanca.
Yeah.
I like Blanca a lot this season.
He's great.
I liked him last season already.
Yeah.
And then they buffed him in some very nice ways for a bunch of his different play styles. V-skill, what did he get here? V-skill 1? I can't tell, I guess we'll see. But I really like that the hop is lower and faster now out of V-skill 1. The pressure out of it is a lot nicer. It's not quite CVS2 short hop, but it's not that far away.
Yeah, and the other thing too is that his V-skill 2, you're looking to see if he had V-skill 1 or 2. V-skill 2 is also very good.
Yeah,
it's
for
actually
sure.
a very useful V-skill too. Shot of Earth is very solid. I don't know if you'd take it in this match or not, to be honest. I'm not certain if it would give you a lot, but yeah.
Okay, it is V-skill 1, yeah. I was going to say, I kind of like V-skill 2 in this matchup because it's just Blanca's farthest attack.
Yeah.
And so if you want to sort of zone Geef out with it, you can. Geef can't easily stop people from charging things up from full screen.
No.
But in any case, it's V-skill 1 and 1-1 for Ikatsu Yaro with Zangief as well.
Yeah, so much of this matchup too is you just trying to bait flex or lariat or whatever, right? By just constantly doing rainbow ball and constantly doing like shallow Blanca ball to try to bait him into doing something like flex or whatever. But you don't have great punishes for it all the time.
No.
In the front, I just waited. Or maybe he lost his button. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No punish. He reacted to the throw whiffing with the jump back.
I love these button timings. Very nicely done on the Geef side.
Yeah, he just chopped it down.
Yeah, and it was at timings that were a little bit off of a normal timing.
Yeah, I like the command.
It's pretty cool.
That's one thing we've seen so much of so far, right? Is the flex as an answer to rainbow or the Blanca ball. So I like command throw as an option to be both. Baits the throw.
In there for pressure, that's plus.
Yeah.
And
Light
then Geef
ball.
is stuck there.
Yeah.
That was actually a flex on reaction, so he's really committed to trying to react with flex.
Yeah. Which is what those command throws are there to beat.
Sure.
Yeah, again, try to flex, dash up, throw. That's what you have to do as Blanca in this matchup.
Trying to hick confirm on that roundhouse into the trigger. Geef is a very dangerous guy right now. Okay. Akyu staying away. He went in for that. Oh my goodness.
That was a missed Blanca ball, I think, maybe? Or the Fierce was too far combo. I think
Katsuyara was not at all out of this.
no, and I think you have to commit to a rainbow out
It was
of
counter
there.
hit, yep, and he gets right into this. Wants the reset. Oh, this could be for the kill if it's correct. No, and he had another chance, and another chance. There's all these opportunities. And Akyu has the corner. At any moment, he could bust out with Blanca Ball. Oh, okay.
Lariat.
Katsuyara.
Oh,
that,
God,
you could have linked. And then you could have killed right here. No. Oh my God.
Yes, after that. Oh, he had like 9 times the guaranteed kill. I was like, you know what would be sick? EX command throw after this. Works out all right.
See his eyes right there. Oh, man.
Round
He even shot him the look too. He's like,
Yes.
how's he doing over there?
Gave him a look. Trying to glean a little bit of information from body language.
The pure sadness on his face after the match too. He's like, oh my god. That's a really good scene with Geef too. The hands into the crouching medium kick. Very safe. Light Blanca ball. Yeah, there's a punish.
It's really just V-skill that you're worried about.
Yeah. That's the dangerous part about this matchup. Yeah, multiple hits. Doesn't go for the close medium kick after anything.
Not sure that was strictly a punish. Here comes Ikatsu-Yaro.
Oh, got him! Man, he's hit him 2 or 3 times with that already. That's that easy peasy.
Let's go. Look at those eyes wide open in there.
You know, him
I mean, they need to be to see through those things.
Yeah. You gotta be prepared. That's like his own wrestler mask. It's almost on that level.
Yeah, okay, that's right. Great jump out.
Lariat this time.
Oh, first time. Maybe feeling a little flustered.
Trying to make the throw, doesn't find it.
That is a punish right there.
Yeah. If he wants to punish light ball, he has to flex it.
Yeah.
Which is one thing we see him just trying to react to flex over and over and over. Anytime he sees any movements, flex, flex. Same punish.
That might, Oh, he did it early enough that was a punish. Trying to confirm. Lovely jump back. He's seen that before.
Calls it out. He knows that flex is coming. EX command throw, great option to beat that. Big deep breath. There's no happiness right now. This matchup is digging into his soul. Oh, missed the juggle.
Imagine a Blanca player being the frustrated one, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes the world is topsy-turvy.
That's what fighting grapplers does to people, huh? But a Blanca
like that.
player? It's funny. Especially wearing this outfit.
What?
Oh,
okay. The big head.
it's getting dangerous too because critical art is on deck. That's so much damage for Geef. Like
If he finds like a right combo right now, okay, that could have been super. Got him. No.
Too far. Oh,
Hold on, Callisto.
EX. Still a long way to go. The command throw. He still has some V-trigger time.
But there's not too much out of this.
Yeah, he gets ball because he has V-trigger.
Right, for sure.
Oh, walks back.
He
the
did
stun. That's the kill.
No, you thought it was over, but no, it was not.
Oh, and now the Genki player's coming back to match. No, I'm just kidding. The match actually ended. Yeah,
it's over.
Blanca won. Yeah. These camera
1-1.
cuts. Callisto. He's quick on from the hip. That's what it is.
Well, he knew when it came to Mika.
Yeah.
He knew it.
But Zangief, he was like,
Zangief's my territory, buddy.
yeah, Callisto, chill over there. Blanca's my territory. I played a lot of Blanca, actually.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I played him for a while. I thought he's super
He's fun,
character.
yeah.
I would love to see a little bit more crouching medium punch right there, or up ball.
Yeah, we really haven't seen anti-airs very often.
Yeah. Blanca's anti-air is really good, especially if you have down charge. Yeah, you let it rock.
Ah, missed it.
Yeah, I wonder if he's trying Fierce into hop or if he's just missing heavy ball. Punish? That'll do it.
That's what I was talking about, that hop. Again, it's not super fast, but it's deceiving, really, how fast he gets there.
Yeah, he also has a lot of moves that kind of look like hop and are like forward moving. Like hop can bait a flex because he thinks it's a Blanca ball or a rainbow ball or something like that. So yeah, like, you know, you have good options there as Blanca to throw off Geef from flexing over and over.
Oh, here we go. All right. We're going to need to see anti-airs at some point.
Yeah, that's been a big issue.
Because even if Akiyu's away, if Ikatsu-Yaro can just jump in, then what does distance matter?
Yeah, and as you lose that space, you can't really run from Geef anymore, which is one thing Blanca can do okay, right? He has good moves to like get himself away, hop back, rainbow ball, stuff like that. Yeah, he needed to use medium or heavy ball to combo there.
Ah, no, Lariat's not going to work there.
Uh-oh, no V-trigger activation. There it is. In the front, jump over, view reversal.
Oh, he gave it up. I'm surprised.
Although he's out of there.
No more trigger. Oh, my God.
The big bet. And even after, look, he doesn't even look that happy. He's like, oh, my goodness.
I think that might have been EX SPD that he beat because there was no more super. There was just 2 bars of EX, so it might have been EX Ball versus EX Screw Pile Driver, and Ball wins that.
Yeah, and he went through on the V-trigger, right? So he was going to be negative, and he knew it, and that's why he tried to go for the SPD, and then he was like, I'm EXing out of here. I don't want to block this mix-up.
All right. Well, it's always cool to watch Blanka. That's a character that I think quite highly of, honestly.
Me too.
And it would be awesome if we saw more Blankas. I think he's the kind of character that not only is strong, but that can be played in quite different ways.
For sure.
You can play a frustrating, weirdo Blanka.
Yeah.
But you can also play like a sort of grounded Blanka. You don't need to be dashing and moving constantly.
Yeah, and he has like, you know, really great pressure too, so if you just want to play up close and like use electricity for pressure over
Plus
and over,
frames,
keep it safe. You can even do stuff like electricity, crouch medium kick, back off. Like you don't have to be like risky at all, right?
Sure.
You can just play super safe if you want. You don't have to do anything like, you know, hop all over the place, rainbow ball. Like, yeah, you don't have to do that. You can just chill.
You can, but you don't need to.
Yeah, which is the one thing that's really fun about the character, for sure.
Agreed.
That's one thing I liked about him when I was playing him is like I felt like depending on the matchup, you could completely change your playstyle too, and kind of throw people off. And I think that's very useful to have in a matchup like that, especially against Geef, where his runaway options and like ability to bait flex is really good.
Yeah. Oh, we saw that. So up next, we're going to have winners finals of Pool A623. This is going to be StormKubo playing against Harlot, a.k.a. Precure Love.
Yeah, that's quite the title.
Quite a name.
Yeah.
What do you want to call this player? You're going to go with Harlot? What are we going to do here?
My
Precure
instinct
Love?
was to go with Harlot. My instinct. But, you know, AKA is like, oh man, this is a long title.
Also
Precure
known
Love.
as Precure Love.
Yeah. It's a cool looking jacket. And hat. And mask and headphones. There's like so much going on.
There is a lot.
There's like a hoodie and like a jacket over the hoodie.
He's got hair over the eye. He's got one functioning eye right now.
That seems, yeah, I mean like, it's like a self-deterrent thing, right? Because you're hiding the other eye.
I mean, honestly, you don't need binocular vision to play a 2D game.
No, that's
You
true.
know? You don't need that.
Binocular vision.
Toss that eye out.
Yeah,
No need.
that's true.
StormKubo, I'm looking for Abigail.
Yep. Very
Abigail
good.
is a terror this season.
Yeah, very, very good. It's like they saw 3.0 and they're like, well, we don't want that, but how close can we get?
Yeah.
They're like, how close can we get after this? And they're like, all right, we'll give them a tire. Like, okay, yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, we'll see. Oh, is it going to be Honda?
Oh, man, you are having a time.
I'm about to.
This is
Come on, baby.
For me, this is maybe the worst match we've had so far. Just some characters that fill me with dread.
Oh, I love it. We have two big fellas. Are you playing Kappa Color 3?
Yeah, Kappa.
Are you
Honda.
playing the Ultra David color?
Well, this is the Harlot, aka Precure Love color.
It better
as
be.
far as
You
I'm
better
concerned.
make a good showing, friend.
Yeah.
You better not line
he
up
pick
here
V-Skill
with
too?
red Kappa and be a bum.
It's got to be V-Skill 2,
It's
right?
got to be V-Skill 2. There's only a few matchups where you would stick with V-Skill 1, and
yeah.
even then, probably go with V-Skill 2 anyway.
Yeah, I think the clap's okay, but you don't need it.
No.
V-Skill 2 is so good.
And I would expect parry.
Yeah.
Yes, it is indeed Abigail with parry. So, oh, it's actually not my color. All right, all's well. It's the weird purple one. I personally go with the weird red one.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
Look at that.
So much damage pumping out. And he chooses to pressure rather than to get another V-Skill 2. Wow, unusual stuff. Here we go.
Stun.
It's already the stun. Level up, buddy. And this is not going to kill, but it's actually pretty close.
Yeah, that crouching heavy punch cancel into the hands. Everything into the hands with V-Skill 2 is so good. Having that option available is such a useful thing. Run through.
Okay, very nice call by StormKubo.
Yeah, this is huge. Oh, look for the
Oh, a
parry.
huge read and then nothing.
Oh,
And you just
beautiful.
can't survive that. That's really the problem right there.
Yeah, good knowledge of the situation.
I'm quite
Harlot looks
impressed
good.
right there by Precure Love.
Yeah, I'm a fan already. This
I'm
is
already
definitely
happy.
a very, very good player.
Oh, that's not punish grade, to be honest.
Yeah, could have been into
Could have been Stand
hands.
Strong.
Yeah.
There it is. That's why you don't want to do the butt slam. But boy, that is one of his buffs this season. And it's cool and terrifying.
I can't believe they gave that to him.
Terrifying.
I saw that and I was like, word?
Yeah.
Why? Why? Oh, it's so good.
So now that trigger 2 throw, yeah, it's there, but it's quite slow.
Yeah. It's really only useful. You see it in combos a lot of times, right? After hands
We
and
could have
stuff.
seen it there.
Oh,
Are you serious? Okay.
How did you grab Abigail by the trousers like
That's
that and
right.
run?
We're talking about Edmund Honda.
I guess.
Lincoln, and he didn't get the headbutt. Uh-oh.
But that's real bad. That's the kill because of it. Oh, no. Yeah, that should have been it. That should have been hands at least into what's it called headbutt.
Yeah,
Feeling good.
it's
You got that
definitely a
medium
headbutt.
punch, downward heavy kick, hard combo. It's great hard combo.
Oh,
No
here's a big punish opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh, just a cool 350.
Oh, that looked like bait to me.
Okay, and away. Boy, you know, to be honest, I'm a little surprised at how StormKubo is handling some of this. I think this matchup can be rough for Honda if the Abigail really knows what's up. But we haven't seen some proper punishes, and we haven't seen him deal well with some of Honda's options. That said, he's got the corner. He's doing all right.
Yeah, this is how you have to win a matchup like this, I think, right? When maybe you don't know the reset for the stun.
Yes. Beautiful choice. Yeah, I think you're right. If it's a matchup that you're not super familiar with, but you have a character who can just steal around, then do your thing that steals the round.
Yeah, you can tell StormKubo has like a vague idea about what Honda's doing.
Sure.
He's like, I can parry the butt slam. Like,
Well,
okay.
he plays Honda. I've watched him on CFN use the character. It's not like he has no knowledge. But his Abigail versus Honda, to me, seems like it's a little bit out.
Yeah. I'll try to headbutt anti-air. Looked like it didn't work. Command throw. We haven't seen a lot of that. No parry.
Advantage. Wow, talk about stealing some frames.
Yeah, walks up for the front throw. EX Ochio.
He still has, oh my god, he still has V-Skill 2 hands.
Yeah, exactly. Hasn't let it loose yet.
There it is, lovely stuff. Kubo chance, okay, interesting. And still sitting on that. That could have been V-Trigger 2 grab. Still has the hands.
Yeah, the hands are important.
They're still there.
Especially, you know, you let it, oh, the headbutt. I was going to say, you let it rip off like forward heavy kick or something, and, you know, if it hits, you know, at that health it was going to kill anyway, but if it doesn't, you still have V-Trigger on deck, which is really great to have. Oh, gets the V-skill.
Oh, the little dance.
Yeah, it helps that Honda can move himself forward with the neutral jump fierce. You can hold forward during it to get some forward momentum and pull yourself out of situations like that.
Yikes, nicely done. Time to pressure. What's he got? StormKubo's waking up. Very light. Oh, just coast to coast, no big deal.
It's unbelievable. He goes so far. Already in the corner.
Oh
No!
my god. It's pretty nutty.
No. I don't.
Yeah, early jump roundhouse. That is something that I think is a little tough for Honda to deal with. There's a range there where it can actually beat Fierce Headbutt. And so as Honda, it's kind of, if you're at the wrong spot, kind of hard to deal with that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like Honda's anti-airs are good, but there's a few blind spots.
Yes, I think that's a good way to put it. If you're at the right spot, everything's great. If you're not, it can be trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, there is that zone where Honda's like, you cannot jump. And it hurts. It's like, oh, man, I should not have jumped there. But then there's other zones where you can get over Honda and it's okay.
Getting very buttonsy here. Chooses not to activate. Yet again. That could have been parried right there.
Yeah, we're not seeing as much of it from StormKubo, although one parry all the way over, still has V-Trigger available as well.
He could activate here. I mean, this is literally a coast-to-coast combo. Oh!
Guard
it's
break.
the setup.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Just got to eat it, take the damage. One more for the stun.
No,
Missed
hold
it.
on here. Cross up, and that's going to do it.
Yeah.
Well fought by Harlot, a.k.a. Pure Love. I liked it, but StormKubo, in the end, ends up taking it.
Yeah, very well played, for sure. I mean, you could tell that StormKubo in the beginning was like, oh, maybe not so familiar, and then kind of figured it out as it went. That was really well played, though. I like Precure Love's style, for sure.
You know, it's just fun for me to watch another Honda. There are not that many, and so there's not so many opportunities to sort of learn from what another player thinks about how to use the character.
Yeah.
One of the best ways to learn how to use a character, even if you're somebody who has familiarity with learning new characters, even if you sort of know how to do it, it's really nice to be able to watch somebody else also go through it and learn it and struggle through it, because everybody comes at things with different ideas.
Yeah, and the character's still pretty
fun
new.
to watch.
Yeah, and even got changes recently. So new character that still got changed like right now, and then all these other characters have changed. So even if you thought you kind of knew a matchup now, it could be completely different.
I think that's true.
So yeah, it's cool. And you know, we've seen a lot of Poison and Lucia, I feel like, from those three characters. Honda for sure is the least played.
For sure. I definitely think that's true.
Cool to see Honda. I think Honda is another character that I am surprised with how fun Honda is.
I'm having a blast. I gotta tell you, it's really, really fun for me. Tournament's been very fun too. That's gonna be it for this block. If you'd like to see the results in terms of who moved into the next round, just go on to Smash GG. It's at EVO Japan 2020. After this, we're gonna have a short break. Then we're gonna be back with more Tekken 7.
Sounds like a plan. We'll see you guys in just a little bit.